Hello everyone, this is Keith here from Keith Plays PS4. Happy Thursday evening to all my viewers on this awesome channel. Today, in this matchup, the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars will be traveling to London, England, about 4,000 miles away in the Atlantic, which is also home of the Big Ben Tower. If you guys recall from, I think it may have been season 2, the last time the Jaguars played in London, and they won against the Cincinnati Bengals in that video, but they won by a lot. So I chose the Jaguars because today, usually once a season, they play in London at home, at least one game a year in London, and I think that's pretty cool how they do it like that. So without further explanation, we'll be going across the Atlantic, the home of the Big Ben and the London Tower, and the host of the 1908, 1948, and 2012 Summer Olympic Games. Welcome to London, England, everybody. And the Jacksonville Jaguars will be kicking it off, and Amari Cooper, the former Oakland Raiders player, is ready to return. He breaks a couple of tackles. He will get stopped at the 31-yard line. If you guys are wondering why the Dallas Cowboys wear blue again, and Dak Prescott steps onto the field for the first time today, the Jaguars tend to wear white kind of frequently, so I like the Dallas Cowboys navy uniforms. And Ezekiel Elliott, the Ohio State product, will get stopped. Gains only 4 yards there at the 35. So let's take a look at our Dallas Cowboys offense. Tyron Smith, Connor Williams, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Jason Witten, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper. And we're going to do the HB drive for the Dallas Cowboys here in London. Breaks a tackle. And he gets stopped at the halfway point at the 50-yard line on the gridiron. You can see the Union Jack, that's what they call the British flag. Breaks a couple tackles. I don't like to do this early in the first quarter, but may as well do it anyway. Take the timeout. So now it's 2nd and 8. This will be our first passing play of this whole game. And now he's going to pass it off to Amari Cooper. Breaks a couple. He will get stopped at the 22-yard line. 1 for 1, 26 yards. So that will, in fact, be a first down. So, alright, now Dak Prescott has the ball. He's going to pass it off to the longtime Dallas Cowboys receiver, Jason Witten, and he will get the touchdown. So we will see you guys when we're on defense. It will be 7-0, the Dallas Cowboys lead. Alright, everybody, now we are back into action. But this time we are on defense. So Gardner Minshew takes step on the field for the first time, and he catches it to Chris Conley, who is not related to Mike Conley, the Utah Jazz receiver. Cam Robinson, Andrew Norwell, Brandon Liner, AJ Cann, Jawant Taylor, Chris Conley, Jeff Swaim, Leonard Fournette, and Dede Westbrook are your receivers for this Jacksonville Jaguars team. And that is an incomplete pass, so let's take a look at the Dallas Cowboys defense. Alright, now they got Malik Collins, Marcus Lawrence, Antoine Woods, Robert Quinn, Joe Thomas, not the Cleveland Browns player, Leighton Vander Esch, and Jalen Smith, Jeff Heath, Xavier Woods, Byron Jones for your Dallas Cowboys defense. So now we're going to do a blitz play. And that is an incomplete pass. 1 for 3, 5 yards there, so that's 4th and 5. So we're going to punt. They're going to punt and we're going to return. I think this is the first punt of the game because we had the ball first. Alright, now Amari Cooper, the former Oakland Raiders player, is ready to return. Breaks a couple tackles, and I think he will get stopped down at the 31-yard line. 28-yard return, which really isn't that long. So, who should I pass it to? Three for three, 69 yards there for Jay Witten, and it's the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The Dallas Cowboys are leading 7-0 in London, England. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which just recently opened about a year ago. It's a newer stadium, and now we're going to use some Dak Prescott. He's going to pass it off to some Jason Witten. I think he's going to get stopped at the 14. He has a 100-yard day as of right now. And this is the first episode of September. So now Ezekiel Elliott has the ball. Well, he's going to hand the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott. And the Dallas Cowboys score another touchdown. First rushing touchdown of the game for Ezekiel Elliott. And we will see you guys on defense. Alright, Leighton Vander Esch gets the INT off of Gardner Minshew there, and he gets broken tackles, and he gets stopped around the 21-yard line. So that will be a first down and 10, and Jacksonville, however, does get their first turnover of the game. Does anybody like their teal pants? And now Randall Cobb, the former Green Bay Packers player, gets his first receiving touchdown of the game. It's now 21, will be 21-0. So we will see you guys when we are on defense. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is first down and 10 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that is an incomplete pass. 1 for 5, 5 yards, and 1 INT for Gardner Minshew. We're almost at the 2-minute warning. Dallas only allowed 5 passing yards. We only allowed no rushing yards whatsoever. And here comes the 2-minute warning here in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, here in London, England. So the Cowboys are leading now 21-0. And now Leonard Fournette, who just recently signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, gets his second rush there. And now we are going to return. This is almost, first half is almost over. We only got less than a minute and 30 seconds. So Amari Cooper is ready to return. Will he make it into the end zone in time for a touchdown? The answer is yes. And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. 96-yard kick punt return. And we do not have to film on defense. As the Dallas Cowboys, who just got the ball in the first half, the Jacksonville Jaguars will return the second half. And now Kai Forbath will kick it off for the Dallas Cowboys. And he will return this down at the 36-yard line. 16 yards per return there. It is now 28-0 here in London, England. And now I think DJ Clark Jr. They allowed 25 total yards. Allowed 20 passing yards. So the total offense is not all that good. Oh, fumble. And I think Jeff Swaim has the ball. And it's down at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 17 now for the Jacksonville Jaguars offense. This Dallas Cowboys team is America's team. Hey, they may be an iconic franchise, but their dominance is still going strong. really, when I say it like that, they always do dominant performances out on the gridiron. I'd say both the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers are one of the most iconic teams, in my opinion. Uh-oh. It is down at the 8-yard line. And now Dak Prescott. Will he hopefully have a route running plan that will... And it's down at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 13 now for the Dallas Cowboys. And he gets out at the 7. 6 rushes and 35 yards. Right there. And hopefully he can get this in. And we're going to take the timeout here. It will still be the third quarter and the quarter's over. It's still 1st and 10. We got it. We got 212 total yards here. And now Ezekiel Elliott is going to make it down there. It's 7 rushes and 50 yards and a touchdown. HB drive. So we got more Ezekiel Elliott. Now we're going to use the Slam Mountain. And I thought there was a face mask call, and there is a flag on the field for a face mask, and it's on Quincy Williams, and we are always going to accept, so that means we'll get more yards regardless. And I think we're going to use some Jason Witten out on this field today. And he will make it in for a touchdown, and we will see you guys on defense. This is his 2nd receiving touchdown of the whole entire game. Alright, now we're at the 24-yard line on defense. So the Cowboys are still leading 35-0. The Jaguars still trying to find a lead, find a way to score. 6 for 11. Minshew has been improving. 68 total yards. And there, I think there's a flag on the field. I think it's a holding call, and it's on the defense. So we are going to decline. They're not going to lose any yards. It'll be just a different down. So now Leonard Fournette, they do not make this in on time. So it will now be a 4th down and 4 situation to go. And there is going to likely be a flag. And it's going to be offsides. And it was Xavier Woods. So they're going to accept. So we're going to take a break here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, now we are going to take a break. Since the break, the Jaguars scored a field goal and a 2-point safety. So now Amari Cooper is ready to return again. And we're going to stop him there at the 32-yard line. And now I think we're going to use the Suggo seam play as Dak Prescott is ready to pass it off to Jason Witten, and he makes it in. And the game will end. It is now 41, but hopefully we can get a 2-point conversion in to make it 43-0. And the Dallas Cowboys will win here in London, England, and they do in fact make it in. So the final score is the Dallas Cowboys 43, the Jacksonville Jaguars 5. They did a pretty dominant performance here today in London. So Dak Prescott is your player of the game. 211 yards, 4 touchdowns, 100 completed passer rating, and a final passer rating of the perfect one, 158.3. So the Dallas Cowboys are your winners today in London, England. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please stay tuned for more content in the near or later future. And we'll see you guys next time. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great Thursday evening, everybody.